What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. The Rings of Power, Amazon Prime's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, and of course, oh, sweet Queen Galadriel. She's just the Captain Marvel, the Ray of our hearts. But not though, because only 37% of people even finished that first season. Second season is coming out to the enjoyment of probably only the people that are going to be covering it, shitting on it. Everyone else has bounced out, and yet still they're going to go forward with the season 3. However, that season 3 is going to be a neutered one. So in addition to the bad storytelling and the questionable CGI, it'll really be bad in that third season, and then they'll probably be done. They'll probably be done. So let's see here from That Park Place. Shout out John F. Trent. Has Black Girls Gamers actually sued you yet? I don't know. I know they gave that horrible cease and desist, but it was just copied off the internet and didn't really have any validity. We'll find out. A relatively new rumor claims that Prime Video's planned third season for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, will be much lower compared to the upcoming second season. The latest rumor comes from Scooper's Fellowship of the Fans. The Scoopers posted on X at the end of March, The Rings of Power Season 3, which will film in the UK, will have a much lower budget than Season 2, with a focus to reduce departmental costs, i.e. they is poor. Everyone is poor. There's no money. That's why they're all saying survive till 2025, because it's not looking good this year. The Scoopers added, some of the costs for departments such as hair, makeup, costume, sound, etc. were more expensive in the UK than New Zealand. Yeah, well, that's not shocking. They should have just kept everything in New Zealand to begin with. Scoopers added in a follow-up, it is understood that this is nothing to worry about, as the startup costs for season 1 in New Zealand were massive, as it was setting the grounds for 5 seasons. And with the relocation to the UK in season 2, it was again expensive to start up again in a new location again. So it makes sense for a 5-season show to have it be balanced out. If we get, I do not think we're getting season 4 and 5. I would really be shocked. That's a lot of money even for Amazon to tank. Not that they couldn't, it would just be an odd choice considering the ratings and the completion rate. Giggity. This rumor comes after Amazon MGM Studios announced layoffs. This is what I'm talking about. Announced layoffs in the middle of January that would affect several hundred employees at the studio. The company's senior vice president, Mike Hopkins, informed employees in an email that was obtained by Deadline. Throughout the past year, we've looked at nearly every aspect of our business with an eye towards improving our ability to deliver even more breathtaking movies, TV shows, and live sports in a personalized, easy-to-use entertainment experience for our global customers. As a result, we've identified opportunities to reduce or discontinue investments in certain areas while increasing our investment and focus on content and product initiatives that deliver the most impact. As a result of these decisions, we will be eliminating several hundred roles across the Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios organizations while still putting out a bunch of woke shit that no one wants. Although they also put out Reacher. So who knows? Who knows how and why some of these things sneak through. And we'll see what they do to Henry's Warhammer. He continued, today we will begin to reach out to colleagues who are impacted by these role reductions. Yeah, so that's just their horrible, horrible firing. These layoffs came after a report of Bloomberg's Lucas Shaw in July 2023 that Amazon CEO Andy Jassy was looking into the costs of numerous shows at Prime Video. Yeah, and that Citadel show that no one watched was apparently super expensive, like hundreds of millions of dollars. Shaw detailed in his report at the time, Jassy is now trying to get a better handle on why specific shows cost what they do, based on conversations with more than a dozen different people who either work at Amazon or who have worked with the company on projects. Not only does this rumor come in the wake of Amazon MGM Studios announcing the layoffs of hundreds of employees, but it also comes following a damning report from Kim Masters at The Hollywood Reporter back in April 2023. Masters reported while Amazon, like other streamers, provides only limited data, and internally it held information even more closely than usual on the series, sources confirmed that The Rings of Power had a 37% domestic completion rate, i.e. customers who watched the whole damn thing. Only 37%. That's horrible. That is horrible. Overseas, it reached 45%. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, we've bumped it up to 45% overseas. A 50% completion rate would be a solid but not spectacular result, according to insiders. Show has not been a major awards contender either, overlooked by the major guilds, with the exception of one SAG-AFTRA nomination for Stunt Ensemble. Yeah, well. Not only did The Lord of the Rings of Power see terrible completion rate, its viewership did not shatter any records. Nielsen reported that the series debuted with 1.253 billion minutes viewed in North America. That included the first 2 episodes as Prime Video released them together on September 1st, 2022. Yes, all their little tricks. That would be a high as the show would go. It would trend downward from there week after word. And this is obviously word after mouth, word of mouth spread, and shows and people like Gary and Disparu and everyone else just destroyed them. By week 3, it was down to 988 million minutes viewed. In week 4, it fell to 977 million minutes, and then week 5 saw it drop to 966 million minutes. It did a bump when the first season finale was released, had a little bit of a jump, and then, however, the week following its finale, it saw a viewership minute drop to 570 million, and in the subsequent weeks, it fell off the Nielsen charts completely, with viewership below 354 million. That's it. The series received an atrocious Rotten Tomatoes score of 38%, not to be confused with As is 38 seconds, from the audience. The average rating, 2.5 out of 10, and that's a generous 2.5 out of 10. Of course, IMDb gave it a 7 out of 10. Either way, in 2022, The Lord of the Rings, the showrunners, who just got they're there. They just got a whole nother several-year picture deal at Amazon. They're not going anywhere away. They're not going away anytime soon. They've got the rights. Peyton told the outlet the rights that Amazon bought were for a 50-hour show. They knew from the beginning that was the size of the canvas. This was a big story with the clear beginning, middle, and end. Well, I question that part. But there are things in the first season that don't pay off until season 5, he added. We even know what our final shot of the last episode is going to be. And that's always the worst when you do that, because things always change on the way, and then you get locked into a final shot. This is just going over their butchery of the show. I have no faith whatsoever. The duo noted, while 3rd season hasn't officially been ordered and a writer's room has not yet opened, the showrunners have started to break the initial storyline. And yeah, this is on top of that. They inked a new 3-year deal and had their own production company greenlit. So they're not going away anytime soon. We are certainly getting at least season 3. And yeah, and if that 3-year deal is part of it, maybe they are going to do all 5 seasons just at a much reduced budget. Either way, that's a horrible completion rate. We'll see what happens with the second one. I don't think it's faring much better. Let me know what you think of this. Do you have any interest in this whatsoever, even to meme or ratio it? I don't know. So thank you so much for the subs. If you've done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And well,
bye.